So I'm really getting to go. I think I gotta get to the history a little bit before I can explain to you, well, what happens when I come down from this insanity, which I am now. I think I am now, as much as I can come down from this insanity. Anyway, way back in July 2005, I began writing the future of Earth, trying to explain to you all the big things in history and why they mattered and how they got us here now. One of the things I invented, beyond the People's Network and beyond the People's Company, which actually, and with the People's Money, a virtual currency that was entirely on computers. But that's where we had to call the godfathers out, because when we take out their money, what are the criminals going to do to launder money when it's all computerized? But that's a different story. Anyway, I invented iPhones, and then iPhones with 3D reality and sound and space and time and cameras to capture the reality around us. If everybody's wearing iPhones, we know what reality is. We know what truth is. We now have a record of truth and reality, and we can eliminate lots of courts by automating law, by automating justice. And what is it all about, buying the world? It's very simple. America's on a state of decline. It's unfortunate but unstoppable decline. And I'm not just talking about the moral decline. I'm talking about the economic decline of the United States of America. And the only way to save it from its own decline is to take the American dream worldwide and eliminate the war between nations. And that war takes place as currencies. You know that, then you know that. Now just look at Greece falling. Look at them all fall, because they all will. So anyway, 2005 to 2006, I wrote a story. But of course, by 2005, I had already declared July 5th, Re-Independence Day for the world. Re-Independence Day for the world. Of course, suppose you gave a revolution of mine when I called my Revelations Revolution, and nobody ever heard your voice. How long do you struggle with an insanity like that? I don't know. I think I'm at my end of my insanity. I'm at the beginning of, well, another trip back down. The point is really this. I somehow thought that I had the ideas to save the world. And this last time, well, okay, by 2006, I came out again and declared peace on earth. And by 2007, my whole life took turns for the worse and the worse and the worse. By the middle of the journey 2.5 years ago in 2007 was probably, well, it was pretty bad. When I got out of jail with no justice. There's no justice in your justice system. And people steal from me right and left. The insurance companies steal from me. The banks steal from me. People steal from me. And I guess in my delusion, I was hoping all of that stealing was just part of a movie, not part of my living nightmare. But of course, when you come down from the grandiose delusions that the people of Earth have a choice, that we could save ourselves, when you come down from that delusion and realize somebody else needs to believe you. Not just a couple signs that maybe they get it. No. The sign, well, I don't know what the sign is, of course. If we had a new future of Earth, I don't think I'd be sitting here right now like this, but maybe I would. And that's the dilemma. But anyway, So 2007 was a really tough year. 2008 was another crazy time. 2009, oh, I had a crazy spring, and by tomorrow, it's the anniversary of my email in 2009, April 24th, my last big email. When I was on my way, I was moving to a boat in Santa Barbara, a very slow boat that could take me all the way to China if necessary. Of course, I need some practice in the navigation department, let alone the sailing. I never moved my boat, and now I can't be on my boat because of destruction of, well, it's a long story, but this has been a very tough spring. It's been a very long coming out. Since around January I went crazy again, but usually when I go crazy it's been after about a month or two of writing craziness, and so after I came out of my last craziness in January, and now it's April 23rd, 2010, and I thought you guys were getting it, but now I know I can't count on that ever. I always knew that maybe I would leave these on the internet as long as they'd survive, and maybe some year, maybe after I'm long gone, you'd figure out there is a plan. There was a plan to buy it all out. See, if we could buy out all the technology, we could eliminate all the crappy technology that's killing us like Windows. Of course, there's so many things we could eliminate and so many things we could build together if we were all building together the same technology, heaven and earth, and integrating it all together. We could save so much money, but what happens when we save all that money? Oh, it's jobs. So what do we do about the jobs? Well, I don't know exactly how you could figure out, but you should be able to figure out. The bottom line is the top line, is the jobs, is the income. We could all have income from capital and capital gains. That would be beautiful income. And if we all had a cut of the action, and the action was making profits, we could make lots of money with that. But we also might even go a step further and just say, let's change the weeks and the days. Now in the future, you have a job, you work 1 day a week for weeks with a pay. Now some workaholics, well, like I used to be, like maybe I still am, would never stop because they like to work. But the point is, the more jobs we have, the more income we have, the richer we are. And if we could eliminate the taxes and use our technology, heaven and earth, to create eternal life in the iMovies of my mind, well, I thought we would be on our way. But now I just must accept my insanity, and my insanity has cost me a whole lot of your kind of money. I've got boxes and boxes back there, all over the place, storage all over the place, stored with crap I've bought, thinking, you know what? If this is the movie that I wrote of the future of Earth, all this stuff is priceless memorabilia. But if this is just my own sanity, all this stuff is my cross to bear. All this stuff is, oh, what I gotta find a way to sell back to pay back taxes. So I don't know. All I know is it's April 23rd. This has been a tough time coming down. I don't get depressed, but my gosh, the world leads me to being depressed, and I would say I qualify now as somewhat depressed. Although, I would never take my life. I wish you would, though.
I just wanted you to do an A&R.
Sayonara.
Okay, I'll try. Okay?
There's more to say. I don't know if I have it in me. You might not see videos for a while now. Just prepare for that, because This is the part of my movie where I go back in hibernation. Bye bye.